Hola mamitas, hola, ¿cómo está? Y'all, I really don't know what to like talk about or whatever, cause like I feel like everybody already talked about like about everything, and like certain stuff is repetitive. But then I be thinking like the things that I want to talk about, maybe people don't want to talk about. Like I kind of want to talk about dinosaurs, but I don't know if you guys like stuff like that. So whatever. Look at my uncle outside. My uncle be killing me. Always want to run a tag sale. Like, always. Like, bro. One thing about him, he gonna get to that money on, okay? He gonna get to that money. Okay, I can fix this mirror and talk. Y'all, Megan Thee Stallion looks so good. Like, that woman is freaking... Look at my teeth. Nice and white. That woman is so gorgeous. Like I'm not even kidding. And I've seen Nicki Minaj in person too, and she is beautiful. Like, wow. Face card, like you could tell Nicki never touched her face. Megan never touched her face either. And Megan and Nicki are like naturally beautiful. Like them girls, they're so beautiful. There are a lot of rappers that I feel like are just so gorgeous. Flo Milli. Why people not talking about Maya the Don? Like Maya the Don is such a good rapper. I'm trying to stop listening to rap though, for real. Cause I just feel like all the cussing and stuff like that, like my spirit can't take it. Like I'm trying to be a better Christian. Like So I'm trying to figure out, this is Fenty Ease. I'm trying to figure out if this is the sample. I be getting my samples. Make sure y'all get y'all samples down. But hey guys, hopefully you guys are having a good Monday. This is Makeup Monday. Matter of fact, I'm gonna film this, then I'm gonna post this, because that's the type of time I'm on. So let me see. I wrote down some things that I've been seeing on social media that I wanted to talk about, and I'm gonna do a really soft beat. Like when I say soft, it's gonna be really nice, soft, nice and natural. A lot of the girlies don't color correct, but baby, over here we color correct. I didn't put my primer down yet, but I will. But I'm gonna go ahead and put my color correction, and then I'm gonna put my primer, because we not playing that. I gotta put a little bit of a light, y'all. But yeah, so I wrote down some stuff that's on social media that we could talk about, and then we could figure out what today's topic is, because today I'm just going off of vibes. So the first thing, what did I write down? Oh, I wrote down Megan Thee Stallion. Oh my god, I'm really proud of Megan. I feel like she's doing really good on her tour. I think that there's definitely something underlying where people just have this kind of come against Megan, and I feel like ever since she's been in the industry, like she has really had to deal with a lot. Like honestly, like being in the industry, like I feel like Megan Thee Stallion really had to deal with a lot. First, when she first got there, I don't know who died first. I don't know if it was her grandmother, her mother. I believe her grandmother and mother died, right? But I know that she, her father had passed. And if you've never lost a parent, like I've lost my father. About, I think it's going to be 3 years this year. That is crazy. But if you've never lost a parent, then you don't know how that feels to lose an actual parent. Like when that woman exudes a type of strength that a lot of us cannot. Like she lost her mother, her father. I believe she lost her grandmother too. I can't remember. I don't want to say that, but I know she lost somebody else. Like she has went ups and downs with friends, and people are looking at her like she's this evil person. Like I just feel like she really do have a heart, but I just feel like the reason why she probably, when she came in the industry, she was making friends with people is because she had nobody. But for her to continue and keep going is crazy. Like I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think she was gonna sell out arenas either. I still like her as a rapper. I think that she's talented. I think that honestly she's the only one that can kind of like get in the field with Nicki Minaj. Honestly, I personally feel like the only person that, I've said this before, only person that can get in the field with Nicki Minaj is Doja Cat. That's it. Nobody else can get in the field with Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is in her own lane. But yeah, I just feel like that woman has like real, like she is like a different type of strength. And I don't know how she's doing it. Like I really don't. But I think that God is just holding her up, because at the end of the day, God knows our heart. This does not look like my color. Like this looks like it oxidized and oh, okay, maybe it is my color. Oh, I didn't put any primer. I'm about to mix my primer in. Sometimes you could mix your primer. Okay, so we're gonna have to have primer not be over here because I already put the product, but I know I got some like open pores over here that I'm gonna just, you know, put up there. I'm gonna stop complaining about my weight, but I definitely want to be smaller. Like I want to be smaller for my health, but I do like the way my face looks as well when I'm smaller. The face card just eats. And I'm trying, but shoot, I be hungry. But I've been going for my hot girl walks, and I'm gonna make it happen for myself. Like it's gonna happen for me. Like weight loss is gonna happen for me. Nothing's gonna stop me. And I'm gonna keep speaking that. Speaking to the atmosphere. Okay, so now we could go in with the, I think this is the Fenty tint, but it actually oxidized in the actual bottle. So I'm gonna take this to apply it all over my face. And like I said, I put my color corrector on. I don't play about color corrector. But anyways, yeah, I just think Megan Thee Stallion is a strong person. And I feel like I'm glad that she even took that time to like focus on herself. And I think people try to make her out as like this bad guy. And I really just don't. I honestly, like, I don't get that vibe from Megan. Like, I don't get a bad, evil, malicious vibe. I mean, like, I don't. I just get a girl who is like really hurt. And she's just trying to find her way. And it seems like, honestly, she's healing. And I like the fact that she's using that with the album. Gosh. That's important. That's the type of music we want to hear. Because one of my favorite songs is Last Week in H-Town. And it's not... well, it has sexual points in it. But it does show that she has range. She's definitely one of those artists that has range, and she's not one of the girlies that does not have range. Like, she can carry without the sexual stuff. Honestly, she really can. Now, speaking about rap, Christianity is definitely going to be in this title. So if you're clicking on this, you're probably clicking on this because of the Christianity part of the title. I feel like God has been dealing with me with music. Music is extremely powerful, and whatever you listen to, you will become, you will be. And I listen to a lot of female rap. I really do like rap music, and I've been telling God, like, dang, like, the problem that I'm having basically is the simple fact that, like, not street music, the worldly music gives me beats. The worldly music gives me something that I could really be like, get into my energy, like, you know. And I feel like the Christian music just wasn't giving me that. But girl, Jackie Hill Perry came and saved the day. I did my walk and I put Jackie Hill Perry on. It was like hit after hit after hit after hit. I was like, oh shoot, like, hold up. She was giving, like, I was just like, yo. And then she just signed a deal and everything. Like, yo, the first draft, I got this trauma in my body. Only John I'm mobbing with is the beloved, not the Gotti. Babs, if adjectives giving magic, then this is for bunny rabbits who care for mentions. They talking baby Christians, give them this game. This is like fame, ain't real, this is price. No, for real, like, she really, I'm like, yes, this is what I'm talking about. I didn't know Jackie could rap her face off like that. What the heck? She is rapping. So shout out to the Christians that's really coming out and really just giving us good music. Now, who else gives us really good music like that? I forgot his name. The one with the wife, and they had that like viral video and stuff like that. Still love him. I think he's so talented. I forgot his name, but I love his music. His music is clean as well. I'm just looking for some clean music. Like, you know, clean music that I could go to the gym with. Like, because even some of the rappers that I found, like, they still just weren't hitting for me personally. Like, personally, they just weren't hitting. Personally. Nothing against them. But anyway, so yeah, what other things did I see on social media? There's a girl, I didn't watch the video yet, but there's a girl on social media saying that she got prego at like 11 or something like that. My cousin called me to tell me about it. And I'm like, that is insane. And then, like, did you guys see the video where the girl, she's like 16 and pregnant, but she gave the gift to her mom? And the mom was like, you know, she was crying, and people was like, those are tears of sadness or whatever. I really wonder the dynamic between, let me slow down talking. I really wonder what the dynamic is with the mother and the child there, because I kind of feel like, I don't know, how much is she in that child's life? And you know, there are moms out there that would not care or would not mind if their child was 16 and pregnant. My child is definitely going to be scared. Do not give me no gift. And a lot of people would probably be like, feel away about me saying that, but I don't care. Like, I'm sorry, but I just don't feel like that's a celebration at all. Like, yeah, you're having a life, but you need to be scared, right? And the thing that I'm realizing with this generation, especially because I'm a teacher and teaching this generation, is they're just so different. They have like this know-it-all type of mindset. I mean, we were like that as well, but them, it's just a different type of thing. Like, they feel like they know everything, y'all. I just feel like, I hate to say that, but it shouldn't be celebrated. Because I feel like the more we celebrate it, the more people are going to do it. This sounds naive as heck, but I didn't even know kids were still out here getting pregnant at 16. You know what I mean? And if you did get pregnant at 16, or you did have a baby when you were a teenager, I don't think you should be like, you should look down upon it. No, I think it should be something that looked down upon. Teenagers should not be having kids. They're too young. They're kids themselves. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't feel like you should like forever hold that against your child, or, you know, forever just like, after a while, it's just something that you are going to have to accept. But I think that a standard needs to be set. Like, there should be no reason why these girls are like continuously having children, and they're young, and like they're not basically they're not learning from their situation. I think a problem occurs when people do not learn from a life lesson like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there needs to be some learning in that, like a lesson in that. Anybody who got pregnant young should be quick to just be like, yo, they might not even have a kid again, like, you know, because they're trying to live their lives. This is a new concealer. This is by Thread. This is the same company. The Lip Bar makes this, and I feel like the concealer is really good. I'm going to use it for a second time. I just want a little bit of a bright under eye, so I'm going to go in with this and go in again here, because once I put that contour, sometimes that highlight, sometimes it get lost on the nose. And this brush that I'm using is the elf concealer brush. This is like the best concealer brush ever, I'm telling you. Like, this concealer brush is that girl for real. Have what you need and stuff like that. And how do you guys feel about a baby shower? Like, should a baby shower be thrown for somebody who is 16 and pregnant? Like, you know what I mean? Because the damage has already, I don't want to say damage, but it's already done. The baby's already coming. And I probably would throw a small baby shower, you know. So I don't know, everybody's different and how they feel and stuff like that. But yeah, I just feel like that was very shocking to see how she gave that gift to her mom, and the fact that she even recorded it. Because I mean, I would be shamed, like, and I hate to say that because I don't want to make anybody feel bad if they're 16 and pregnant, but I remember, like, when we were younger, we were always taught, like, girls who were young and got pregnant, like, they were looking for love and stuff like that, and that's why they got pregnant. But I just think it's important, and this goes into another thing that I saw on social media, which is I saw a young, and like I said, I don't want to bash, like I don't think we should bash young women who get pregnant, but I think we should make a standard to let people know, no, this ain't okay. This makeup is about to come out so good. I am 1000% going to buy that. So I taught my little cousin how to do makeup, and this chick turned around and started teaching me. Oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely. This is so beginner friendly. I feel like I would have to find something that, this is the Fenty, this is not the soft lip, the Ease Drop, and I am in the color 16. This is just me testing it out. This looks phenomenal. Okay, so I'm gonna take another thin brush that I have, and this is my contour. This doesn't look dark enough to be my contour. Elf putty bronzer. This is gonna be so pretty. But anyway, I literally taught my cousin how to do her makeup. I didn't really teach her, but I kind of like, you know, I would do makeup on her when she was younger, so I kind of like ignited, I would say, her love for makeup. And this girl turned around and is teaching me. Okay, she is teaching me. I love that for me. But yeah, so that brings me to the point of, I saw this video. I didn't watch the video. I still need to watch the video. But I saw this video where the girl was like, you know, social media hates single mothers. And I'm kind of 50-50 on it, because when I sat and I thought about it, I was like, you know what? Okay, let me stop talking so fast. You know what? Social media, she's kind of right. She might got a point. Yeah, she might got a point there. But I also, on another hand though, I do feel like, I would say that I think a lot of, like, growing up, I grew up in the early 2000s, right? And like, as far as like being in high school, being in middle school, it was the early 2000s. Like from 2000 I was about 9, then to 2009 I was like 18. So I grew up in the early 2000s. And growing up in the early 2000s, a lot of us did not have our father. It was very abnormal to have your dad, right? And I think when we had this conversation, I think what's happening is, this is a generation of people who are a little bit sick of baby mama culture, because they were raised by baby mamas, right? They were raised in broken homes. They were raised with, they didn't have that foundation. Now the argument can be made that even in a 2-parent household, you can still be damaged, because if you don't have 2 whole parents, then you're going to be damaged. Because I honestly feel like, while a child, even if they're sometimes a child is better off with 1 parent than both. Honestly, like, that is just the honest truth. But they're still going to be missing a part of them, which is going to allow them to grow up even more damaged, right? So you're going to need 2 whole parents that are able to have done the healing. They're healed, and they're able to now raise a child, a healthy child, right, in a healthy home. So I just feel like both parents, honestly, you need 2 healthy parents. You need the male figure and the female figure, because they both bring 2 different things and dynamics to the child. But like I said, I grew up in the early 2000s. I literally remember asking people, like, we were just sitting around, like, you know, we were just having conversation, and like, no one had their dad. We had some people who had never even met their dad before. Like I know, like, I've even like been in conversation or just had conversation with people, a lot of people who have never met their father. And excuse me, that is so normal in the Black community. That is extremely normal in the Black community to not have your father. It's not a shock. When you don't say you don't have your mom, please, I know people what would I know? Maybe like 1 or 2 people who like are raised by their dad. I remember I knew this girl growing up. She was raised by her dad. Her dad did her hair, and everything. Like, her dad did everything for her. She was raised by her dad. Also, girls who really have like a prominent father figure are so different from girls who have not. And this is why we have the issues that we have in the dating community, because there's a whole group and sector of Black women who were not raised with a healthy father figure, or even having a father figure around, whether it's their stepdad or uncle or anything like that, because this goes into the conversation. So do I think that the internet hates single mothers? I'm gonna say 50-50 on that for right now, because I want to see the points that she brings up so she could change. She could maybe she could change my stance on it. But for now, I would say I don't think that they hate single mothers. I think that a lot of people want to hold people accountable, and I think that we're seeing a lot of our faves, people that we look up to who are becoming baby mamas or stuff like that, and we look up to them so much where we like, you, not you, you know what I mean? So that's what my mom always say, like, don't hold anybody to a standard. And that's so true, right? You know, growing up, I was a good girl, but my mom would not allow people to put a standard on me, a stigma on me. And I think that's why she got so blessed with me, because, you know, yeah, so she's lucky. But anyways, let me stop. I'm lucky to have a really great mom. Okay, so we have to talk about this video. We have to talk about the pop the balloon. First of all, my cousin, he hit me up and he was like, oh my god, he was like, he was like, I have an idea for you. And I was like, what's the idea? Look at how beautiful my eyes look. Oh my god. Oh, I feel like I am such a cutie. We'll talk about that as well. But anyway, he hit me up and he's like, I have a bomb idea for you. Like, I have a bomb idea. He was like, I have a really good idea for you. And I'm like, what? And he's like, you should do pop the balloon. And I'm like, how are we gonna get these people? We live in Connecticut. Like, no. I mean, I've seen somebody from Connecticut like do it, but no, I'm not doing pop the balloon. The men would have to go, like, if I was to do a love show, first I need to find love for myself first, and then I could do a love show. But if I was to do a love show, it would be so strict and it wouldn't be pop the balloon. No offense to pop the balloon. I think it's, you know, I think it's really interesting. But my love show and game show would have to be how do I say this without being like rude? I would want it to be a little bit more, I don't know, because I think the pop the balloon, like the way that she does it, everybody's dressed nice. I feel like it's for a more older crowd or like a more mature crowd. Like, I get where they were going or whatever, stuff like that. But I would have to, it would be a little bit more detailed. Like, it would be a little bit more detailed. It would be like the standard would be a little higher for everybody coming in. We would more so, I would have people more so speed date. And I wouldn't want it to be in a studio. I would need some type of like restaurant environment. Like, if I need money to produce what I want to produce, right? Like, I don't think, you know, I know you're supposed to start out like small or whatever and stuff like that, but I would really need a really nice environment. Like, I would need money. Okay, simple. And obviously, like, you got to pay these people to come on these shows. Some people are coming up there, you know, for the free, but most likely you got to pay people. And if the show, I don't think there's anything wrong with these game love shows. I think they're fun. Me personally, if it was done in a great way and not like the way that it's done, and it was like that guy, they were talking about the guy that looks like Ninja Turtle, who like, okay, so we have the Fenty bronzer and Caramel Cutie. Yeah, I did feel like the last guy, the guy that they were saying looked like a Ninja Turtle. That is so mean. But oh, I gotta put my powder under my eye. Okay. And yeah. So, oh, I never tried this powder. So I guess I'm gonna do the pink powder. This is the Morphe pink powder that I'm gonna put under my eye. I am so sorry, guys, that I'm looking at my viewfinder. I got a little camera in here and that's what I'm looking at. I'm sorry. Okay. But I gotta make sure I'm in focus, and I like to see what I'm doing. But yeah, so I don't know, like, I want to talk about the guy who had the dreads. I feel like the guy who had the dreads, or were those locks? I always get them confused and messed up. But him and that girl in the blue shirt, they were so, I guess the word would be emotionally intelligent. I'm not sure if that's the word, but I really like them. And there hasn't really been anyone like them. I just love how he was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, he was like what a lot of women would call corny. But like, I love how when he came there, like, he was really intelligent. He spoke really intelligent. And I feel like we all have judged people based off of what they were wearing. I'll talk about a guy and what he's wearing, but I wouldn't judge a guy off of what he's wearing. If I say a lot of times when people say stuff like that, they probably just don't like the person. But no, but people are shallow like that. Like, I think that it's showing me like how shallow humans really are. Like, we are so shallow as humans. Like, who do we think we are? Like, the dating pool definitely needs a reality check. Like, who the F do we think we are? Like, I love the confidence, but come on. Like, come on. And I don't know. I feel like a lot of the girls up there, they want that sweet thug, like that guy who's a thug but is not really, like, I feel like that's that if somebody that came up there that was like that, they would have liked them. Because a lot of the guys were cute. Even the one that said like he liked the really dark skinned one, and he was like saying how he likes to go to the gym and stuff like that, and he was handsome, and the girl was like, I'm just not attracted to you. And a lot of people was like, she's a colorist. But I don't know, because that's like, honestly, in the black community, dark skinned men are the standard. So for her to say, talk about a colorist, I don't see that. But I don't know. everybody is different. I don't see that with him. It may be true that she didn't like his skin tone, but I don't know, because I just feel like in the black community, everybody wants a dark skinned man. Like, dark skin, like, that's like literally the standard in the black community. Speaking about dark skin, we're gonna roll over. I guess we could kind of like dab on E. Kane. I personally did follow E. Kane. I feel like once I saw this girl's video and she kind of broke everything down, and she was like, this shouldn't have been the first time. Like, a lot of us should have withdrew our support from E. Kane, but I feel like even with the domestic violence situation, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think it was real. Like, I thought they was doing that for, I guess I'm a little slow, because I thought that they were just doing that for clout. I did not know that Chris was really beating on her like that. In my mind, it didn't even make logical sense for him to be beating on her, and he's basically a bum. You know what I mean? I think that we do sometimes make the wrong people famous, but I think with E. Kane, I think a lot of people saw, somebody who was entertaining, funny, like, that's what I did. And sometimes we just don't think deep on things. And I guess I could definitely agree with that girl in her video. She was just basically saying how, a lot of young people are watching baddies. They're watching the E. Kanes. They're watching these different people. And they're growing up on social media now. So the influence really isn't celebrities anymore. It's more so people online. And I'm like, she made me think. I'm like, you're so right. And I realized that even working in the schools, my kids love baddies. They reenact baddies. They'll ask me, Miss, do you watch baddies? I'm like, I watched baddies in a time where baddies was actually known to, like, they were coming in the house to better themselves. And I told the kids that, I said, in a time where I was watching baddies, I said, it just wasn't like this. I said, what you guys watch on TV, like, it's infiltrating you guys' mind. I said, like, you guys, like, I have this conversation with my kids all the time. It's like, you guys don't, sometimes it's like, you don't want to do anything but just sit, watch TV, soak that up. Like, you don't want no type of education. It's like, I'll try my hardest to just make everything fun in class. I have some students who engage, some students who won't. But I'm telling you right now, that is a fact. They are reenacting it. I don't even know. I said, how you guys watching baddies? You have to pay for that on Zeus. I wouldn't pay for that for my kid. I did, and I had a parent. I had one parent who was very like, no, can't watch this, can't do that, can't do this. And then I had another parent who let her watch baddies. Like, who cares? Like, she could watch baddies. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she could sip a little drink, whatever. Like, and I don't know. I feel like you have, like, even you can't be your kid's friend. Like, you just can't. Like, you just can't. You can't be your kid's friend. You have to do what's best for them, and then, like, later on in life, they're gonna thank you for it. I'm going in with the Patrick Ta blush, and I want to go in. I know I'm like ODing on the bronzer, but I really want to see it. Yeah, you just can't in this generation. And this generation of children, while I'll make, maybe I can make a video, but some of them, I can't even open this. Oh, here we go. This blush is absolutely beautiful. Like, are you kidding me? on any melanated skin tone is absolutely beautiful. But yeah, I think the kids, they're not doomed necessarily, but they are growing up on social media, and there definitely needs to be a change. And I see a light change being made. I think more people are searching for more substance. Like, people want more, people want to be educated. And you know, it's like I tell my kids, I'm like, you want to be able to walk in a room and you want to be able to speak intellectually. You want to be able, you don't want them to look at you like you're a dumb igga, like a dumb wigga, okay, a dumb n-word, because I know what's the name is gonna get me for that. Like, but you don't want to do that, you know what I mean? Like, you want to be able to walk in the room, you want people to be shocked by your intelligence. You don't want to be who people think that you are, right? And then there's that argument of like, why do we have to be that? But you have to be that because it's important to be intellectual, and it's important to know the Bible says my people perish for a lack of knowledge. And that can go many different ways. It's important to be knowledgeable. It's important to have knowledge. It's important to want to learn. And I've realized I love learning things that I'm interested in, though. But yeah. So anyways, back to that conversation. But yeah, E-Kane was dead wrong. I think that E-Kane needs like a thing, like, you know, when you get to go to church and you need to be sat down, like, that's what she needs. Like, she needs to be sat down. And she just was like, she was unapologetic when she was saying it. Like, y'all not gonna cancel me. Like, I could say whatever I want. I'm making dang, you know what really got me? See, this is black people. I said 40K a month. That shook me. I didn't know she was making 40K a month. I'm thinking maybe like 10K. You know what I mean? Honestly, like, I was thinking maybe 10K. This girl's making 40K a month, and that makes sense because if she's getting paid for the wigs, she's getting paid by TikTok. Like, her TikToks, she's seeing like $1 million every single one. Like, I'm sorry, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was watching E-Kane. I think she's gonna lose supporters, but I think it's gonna blow over. I don't think people care as much, which is sad. But nah, I can't be following my girl E-Kane because no. Well, it's E-Kane, but honestly, I'm not expecting E-Kane to say something like that though. I'm gonna be real. I wasn't expecting that from her. I'm gonna be real. I wasn't expecting it. Like, even in her anger, like, I wasn't expecting her to say something like that. Like, I just wasn't. And then her daughter is dark skinned. I could have sworn her daughter was darker skinned. Like, I don't know. But it is what it is, child. I don't even feel like putting on eyelashes, and I don't feel like I should have to. I'm gonna just put on, I'm using this. This is $5. This is the Lash Princess by Essence. It's really good. So I'm gonna put this on. And let me say this too about the black community. If the black community really stuck together, we would be unstoppable. And I think a lot of people know that. Like, a lot of people know that. A lot of people know the power. The black community holds so much power, but we don't. We've been broken down so much over time, which I can see why. I'll put it like this. I can see why we've been broken down, because we're so, we really are a powerful people. We really are intellectual people, even down to our ancestors, which is the reason why I really believe slavery exists. Like, they saw what black people were capable of, and they had to make sure that they stopped that, you know? I think that we knew about it. I think that our people were way far advanced, right? But they had to make sure they had some control over us. Imagine if across the diasporas we really just stuck together. We would be unstoppable. The black community would be unstoppable. We are just, I really think we're such an amazing people. We're such a resilient people. How can you go through, what is it, over 400 years of slavery and literally still stand up, literally still be an amazing people, right? Like, and I'm so tired of us going against each other. the reason why we go against each other so much within the black community is because we have so many different shades, ranges, and hair textures and stuff like this, and it's just so tiring. Like, we all are beautiful, we all are black. Like, come on now. I can't say I love, listen, that melanin is so beautiful. That melanin is so beautiful. I feel like the closer and the darker you are, the closer you are to God. Like, because even in the Bible, Jesus was dark. They describe him, or even like they would describe certain people in the Bible as dark and handsome, or just that beautiful dark skin tone. Like, it really is a beautiful skin tone. I think that dark melanin skin is a beautiful skin tone. I really do. Sidebar, did you guys see that video where it was like dapping up tins? Oh my god, dapping up tins in New York. That's the best one. I mean, it was men by the flavors, okay? Men by the layers, all different flavors, okay? And I love, you know what I love? Black men, they have like these big features, big nose, big lips. Like, it's just, their features are so prominent and beautiful. We just are amazing people. Like, we really need to get it together. We really are amazing people. But anyways, what was I gonna talk about? Last thing. Oh, last thing that I wanted to talk about. Everybody and their mama now all of a sudden, like, wants to be Christian. That's what someone was saying. Christianity has really been, I think it's just getting more light, but Christians who've been in Christianity know that Christianity kind of been like a thing to hop on for a while. Like, a lot of gospel artists and stuff, a lot of people hop on Christianity because Christianity is lucrative. A lot of black people are Christianity. This whole entire country, I think the #1 religion is Christianity. Even when I went to visit Jamaica and they said the #1 religion there was Christianity. So I think that it's not even a bandwagon. Maybe it is. Like, more people are starting to realize, like, there's money in Christianity. You know, there's viewership in Christianity. And you have very little creators, very little people who actually are real life Christians, who are walking out this Christian walk. And if you just want an example of people who are just really walking out the Christian walk, it will probably be Jackie Hill Perry, Megan Ashley is another one. Like, these people who are really walking this Christian thing out, like, they're not playing. Like, they're not playing about their Christian walk. They're very serious about their Christian walk. And I feel like others of us, and I'll say even myself included, we kind of just dabble, right? We dabble in the parts that we like. We talk about the parts that we like, but we not really down for real. We ain't really going with every single thing that the Bible says, you know, because we still want to live our lives. And I even have to say myself included, but I pray that, you know, I get better throughout the years. But that's what I honestly have to say about that. But yeah, wait, back to it though. You know what? Yeah, I do see an influx of people coming to Christianity, but to be quite honest, I really don't think it's a money grab. I just think that, like the old folks said, we're getting closer to those end times, and I think the world is starting to shift, and people's spirit are starting to awaken, and people are answering the call. It's either you're going to answer the call or you're not, right? And I think that as times are getting crazier, like, even if you watch the news, it literally is given end times like never before. Never have we ever had a pandemic, right? And you got so many people saying, like, oh, Jesus been coming, and then I always tell people, now hold up, because then when he really come, then what? You get what I'm saying? I really do believe that God is going to come back. And I think that pandemic kind of really showed, like, hold up, we've been kind of feeling like, oh, there's been wars for a long time. Oh, no, times is getting really real. Even when we talk about things like the mark of the beast, or, you know, any of those things and any of that type of nature, like, things are really coming forth. And I think that people are answering the call. That's how I feel. I feel like people are answering the call, and the call is coming from, you know, even I feel a shift in my spirit where God is telling me, listen, get right, like, stop listening to this type of music, stop intaking this thing, like, get yourself right, stop playing church, stop playing around, really get a relationship with me. This is serious, because at the end of the day, your eternity is at stake. You're living on this earth, you think it's all fun and games until it's all over. And a lot of people, I really think a lot of people, Christians, I mainly feel like Christians, who really think that this life was a joke, who really, really, cared about the riches of this world and stuff like that, and didn't really care about their soul. And they're really going to be for a rude awakening. That's what I think it really is. I think it's going to, like, people are walking around here like hell don't exist, and they're going to have the biggest rude awakening. Like, I just really feel like people are going to be shocked, like, oh shoot, this is real. And I just feel like heaven is not, like, we can't even concept what heaven is, or we can't even concept what hell is. And I've been telling people for the longest, hell, when you die and you go to hell, it's no fire. The fire don't come until after, right? So it's no fire. Fire don't come until after judgment. You're going to be down there. It's going to be barren, rocks, hot, uncomfortable. You're going to be having all these thoughts. It's torture, but the fire doesn't come yet. The lake of fire, you'll be cast into the lake of fire, right? But these people, I'm telling you, I just think that, even like I said, even like Christians, they're just gonna, to me, I just feel like they're gonna be for a rude awakening. People are doing whatever they want to do, like I said, myself included. And like I said, I've been feeling a shift. Speaking to the atmosphere. I just been feeling a shift. And either you're gonna get with it, or you're gonna get lost and left behind. And there's still going to be those people who aren't really, I should have did a better lip. But yeah, y'all let me know how you guys feel about that. Like I said, I feel like people are just answering the call. I feel like God is just raising up his people. He's raising up bold people. That's one thing I could say about a lot of people talk a lot of crap about the younger generation, but they the ones, for real. They really are the ones. They're not afraid. I teach kids, and I can tell you, you'll hear me talk about that a lot, because I really love being a teacher. But let me tell you, when I was growing up, you had kids who were scared of other kids. You had kids who, these kids, I don't know if it's just my kids, but baby, they not scared. Like, you may have, I got maybe a handful of kids that are a little, like, timid. But, honey, I'm telling you, like, when I was growing up, like, I didn't like arguing, whatever. I didn't like certain stuff like that. Even the quietest kids stick up for themselves. Like, it's a whole different type of ball game. Whole different type of, thing going on. Ow. These kids, honey, these kids, baby, they ain't scared. And that's what God is looking for. And I just feel like, like I said, that you could say a lot of things about this generation, but baby, you can't call them scary. They're not scary. They bold. They ain't scared to stand up. And that's what God is looking for. Like, God ain't looking for no punks. Like, this life really is, I have to realize, I'm like, yo, this life is a fight. And sometimes you gotta war, and you got a war in the spirit, and you can't be scared. You can't be scared. And that's one thing that these kids got. They ain't scared. Hey y'all, I hope you guys like these videos. If you guys like my commentary, I was kind of like feeling like, oh no, maybe I shouldn't make commentary and whatever, but I'm like, you know what, it is what it is. I like making commentary. I'm a very opinionated individual. I will see you guys later. This is the makeup look. Let me put a little. Enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.